We really hope you're thinking of coming to Torbay, but we thought it might be nice for you to get a look at some of the guys who support the tourism industry in Torbay. So this year we went along to the annual bash where the hoteliers take a day off and meet the professional services that support them. Oh, and of course have a spot of lunch as well. So let's start with food.
My name's Dave Galpin. I'm the section head at South Devon College for Hospitality, Catering and Tourism. We've got 7 front of house students, all level 1, and we've got our level 2 apprenticeship chefing group, and there's 14 of those in the kitchen.
On the subject of food, imagine how many breakfast, lunches and evening meals that are made here each year. While supplying some of that wonderful prime produce is a guy called Simon.
2 issues when it comes to food. One is price, the other is quality. How do you do the other one?
The quality issue is using, as I say, about 50 to 60 local suppliers. So a lot of the produce is cut fresh that day and then comes into us during the course of that day, ready for shipping to the customers the following day.
Now if you've eaten too much, and let's face it, you're on holiday, don't panic. There's miles of coastal footpaths, fabulous countryside, and beaches for miles and miles. Oh, and a very good fitness club too. Here's Jane, a walking, talking commercial for lifestyle.
Because we're here today promoting a holiday pass. So any fitness fanatics that want to still work out while they're on holiday, they can come down and use our gym at a very reasonable price of £15 a week.
Blah, blah. Yeah, we get it, Jane. Honestly, we get it.
Is the commercial over now?
No, we've also got a holiday pass for...
Making the other kind of figures look good, a Peplows Charted accountant. So say hello to Tina.
We support Torbay Hospitality Association. We're actually treasurers for them, and we often appear at their seminars and we'll explain to hoteliers how they can improve their profits and minimise their taxes where they can.
There's 3 little numbers that you should really try and remember when you're here. 96.4, that's 96.4, and that's Heart FM. So, Amanda, how's the listening figures?
It's growing, it's just grown by another 1,000 listeners, so we're trying to get our name out there and make it more local and grow our listeners even more.
We've all seen the adverts, buy one sofa now and then pay in your next lifetime. Looking after all the thousands of sofas and furniture and associated bits and pieces in hotels is the job of Terry Manning. Now, fair to say, he's not a fan of the cheap stuff.
People are throwing away better stuff than what they're actually getting. They really are. Some of the older furniture, you do it back up and it lasts another 50 odd years. Some of this new stuff I get and I undo it and look inside, it makes you wonder how it lasts. Well, it doesn't last, to be honest with you. This is it. So you save money by having good quality and keeping that. You save money. You buy the cheap stuff and throw it away. It costs you more money at the end of the day because it doesn't last.
It might sound idyllic working in a seaside resort, but ask anyone in the business and they'll tell you the same thing. You need all the friends you can get. Now, while we support local business wholeheartedly, it's really nice to hear stories like this one. A national brand going the extra mile. Here's Jess from B&Q's Trade Point.
I met Mr. Rana. This is Mr. Rana who bought the Sherwood Hotel. I met Mr. Rana back in October when he came along to the store. We supplied him with building materials that he needs, but we've also sent down our experts from around the store, something again that's not part of the normal proposition, and we're sending experts down to help with kitchens, bedrooms, bathrooms, and even his gardens. We've been sending our garden experts down to help him.
Finally, well almost anyway, Councillor Dave Thomas, who you'll find talking sense in other parts of this website. Now, we're all acutely aware here that to stay successful, you're the people that we need to impress, and we have some major events planned for this year. And there's some that are locally grown as well that you really shouldn't miss, like Fish Stock in Brixham. Started 4 years ago, and it's now an annual event.
It's in the market, in the fish market in Brixham. It's grown from more than just music. It's it's fish, it's culture, it's eating. You can be there from 10 o'clock in the morning. You can still be there now at midnight and just have an absolute whale of a day. It's fantastic. That's a homegrown event.
Finally, there's Mark Jenkins, Channel 4, the Grosvenor Hotel. Fair to say it was one of those Marmite programmes, but despite the critics, it did wonders for Torbay. And if you look around English Riviera TV, you'll see more from Mark. However, with the show over, how's Mark coping with the return to normality?
No, there isn't a lack of publicity. It still goes on. I did 5 radio interviews last week. I was in London presenting TV awards on Monday night. So No, the whole thing is just, you know, continuing to roll.
There was always that hope it would actually lead to something else, and the last time we spoke you were a bit coy about that. Can you actually say anything yet or not?
I'm now even more coy about that.
Well, you can say something about it.
Well, it might lead to something else.
You're not a politician by any chance, eh?
Not yet, but that was one of my options. If it all fails, I will be.
Well, that's about it. We hope you can see that we're more than just a typical seaside resort. We might not always succeed in whatever we do, but there's some awfully good people behind the scenes here working to make certain that you not only have a great time when you're here, but that you'll tell your friends and want to come back. Oh, and if you thought dolphin racing was a one-off for the TV, think again.
Dolphin racing. Even if the weather's a bit chilly, it won't matter. The hotel is completely full. I think we've got about 20 children amongst 100 odd guests, and they're going to be disappointed if there's no dolphin racing, so it has to be there.